Teddy, what's going on? Appreciate you coming to hang out. How's your night going? Gizlo, not too bad. The kid is in bed, so we're just hanging out. Hope you're all having a good night as well. We're just gonna try and run him over with Delver. Make this ancient tomb really poor. So they took one. Yeah, I'm kind of staying up for a little bit to see my wife and my youngest son left for England today. So they're going there for a little less than a week. So I'll probably stay up till she lands. That'll be probably about like 2 a.m. EST, I think. Something in there. I think this is pretty good. Like, they're kind of priced into not tapping this anymore. If they do something initial, well, this is Fury. That's not good. It's like the only card that I probably lose to here. But I kind of had to force the Chaos Adventurer. Okay, well, other Fury. So, alright, we'll ponder. Dukes, what's going on, buddy? Hope things are good on your side of the world. I know I try to stream later at night when the kids are in bed. And it's later here. There seems to be less of a glut of people. Yeah, how is the Green Sun Summit prep coming? Dan, thanks, buddy. I appreciate you. Yeah, thanks for the sub. Subs go to keep the lights on in Chicken Dip Land. Dan, you coming to play some Vintage later this month? Yeah, we're only three some weeks away from the next BCDL paper event, and then I'm working on the next Legacy event as well. It'll probably be in November. October is pretty busy when I looked at kind of the larger Magic calendar, and there's some events going on in Columbus, so I didn't want to. I try to not overlap with them. Pass. You can play Dark Depths in Vintage. Yeah, those proxies are awesome. I can't take total credit for those. Those were the work of Joe Dyer. Yeah, Joe was kind enough to send me the files. Dan's doing good. I see pictures of him on a boat very frequently. Yeah, Gizla, didn't we talked about that when we played on webcam, right? Yeah. Yeah, no, I told my wife about that story, and she was like, I can't believe that. So it was really cool. I really loved hearing that. Now, post some pictures and tag me when you guys do it. I think that's cool. Just seeing other people kind of get together and, you know, just enjoy Legacy like we all do here. I think it's awesome. Thanks, Dukes. Good luck on the summit. Looking forward to checking it out this weekend. Yeah, I love it. I'll probably stream a lot these next. I don't know while my wife is gone, because it gives me something to do. Definitely have to put the GSC shirt on. I wore it the other day, actually. So they're dead if they tap this. Guess they can play something. They have 2 red, 2. Okay. Not quite dead, but this isn't look good for them. Is this Fury? Okay. We'll dome one of these and crack me for 3. We'll see if they just scoop. Yeah, okay. these aren't bad. We're on the draw. I don't particularly care for the Dazes. The Bowmasters aren't great. So we'll make this swap. Yeah, I don't know if you could, if chat could see what happened in the last game. My opponent animated their Den of the Bugbear and then tried to copy it with reflections of Kiki Jiki, not realizing it comes into play tapped. We're gonna throw this garbage hand back. So that we were just talking in chat, like, oh, whoops. So as long as I don't get turn 1 Blood Moon here, I think we're in pretty decent shape. That's fine. If they're pitching this knowing I have a bunch of Delvers and DRCs, I'm thinking they need this mana. And we're not exactly a fast hand here. I didn't want to go to 5. That's not great, but we can fight through that. Of course. So if I don't make that play, I can brainstorm into this. This isn't too bad. I mean, we may be able to get to a point where we can just trap them under the Murktide, or the sphere with the Murktide. If this is a case of Chaos Adventure, I'll probably just scoop. So that prices me into bolting this next turn. They're going to get the initiative. I'm just so far behind. And this 3-ball really doesn't affect them at this point because they're going to be able to double spell. Giz, you're awesome. Was that just you? I was looking at my phone. I got a notification for. Usually I get that when for the online merch sale platform. Yeah, I just don't think I'm gonna be able to do anything fast enough. I can cast Murktide next turn. It's only a 4/4. And then maybe I just hold up this as a jump blocker to keep the initiative. Yeah, I think I'm just so far behind here. We'll just save time. I kind of don't like these Bowmasters. Yeah. Like I said, I love it. Thank you for the support. I mean, it's so cool how you can go other places and it's just kind of like Magic's kind of a universal language. I went to GP. Yeah, we'll keep this. I went to GP Atlanta and I played a Japanese player, spoke 0 English, and we were able to just have a complete game. Like, no misunderstandings at all. Like, I knew exactly what they were doing, they knew exactly what I was doing, and it's fantastic. Ooh. I'm gonna Daze this. I don't... If you have the third Simian Spirit Guide in hand, you know what you got me. I'm gonna put that on top. Yeah, I mean that's what made that's like I think what's really made BCDL so successful for as long as I've been doing it is the gathering is just by far the best part. Like that's why people keep coming back. And you know, like a lot of us that play like here or that come to BCDL events are like after college or university age, late 20s, 30s, even 40s. So like after university and stuff, it's kind of harder making friends. And Magic's, you know, like I have a group of friends that some of them, a couple of the guys are in their 50s and they all went to college together, and I just kind of like joined the group later that still talk to each other. And Magic has been like that thing that's kind of kept them like together, you know, like 20 some years later, and it's awesome. So they're casting something. I'm just gonna force it probably. Well, okay, I'm gonna let this resolve and bolt this, and then I'm gonna steal the initiative, and that's probably like they just have, there's just so much. I'm gonna bin this one. I don't need another Daze. Watch me need that other Daze. Yeah. I feel like my wife traveling to London, I was like, if something happens, God forbid she needs any help, like, who do I know in Europe that could help her? And it's like, Magic players. Like I could reach out to some Magic players and someone would probably be like, hey, I can tell you what to do or where to go or something. Like someone would be able to tell me something. And you just don't see that a lot of places, and it's really cool to have that. And some of those people who've never met me never will meet me, but you know, they would be down to answer questions or, I don't know, go help my wife and infant son if they needed it. So it's awesome. I mean, where was I? I was at GP Richmond, and our basement started getting water. And my wife's like, what do I do? I don't know what to do. And I called some of my Magic friends, and they came over and helped her get the water out of the basement and like kind of take care of it till I got home. I mean, you can Pyroblast this, but the damage is probably done here, right? Okay. This is, sure, even better. Now we've got another type in here, and I still get the trigger. I need that, unfortunately. So just having those guys who are willing to just come to my house to the drop a hat and help my wife was awesome. Of course, things always seem to happen when I'm not around. So we'll just do this now. I'm going to see if we can find an answer. Unfortunately, that doesn't help us. But if we take the initiative back here, we can trap them and, you know, turn on Delirium. We just kill them. That's rough. Didn't hit the one of the 4 Baubles or Ponders. So I'll go to 8. We'll block a token. so we'll be at 1 if they attack with the Rabble Master. Yeah, I mean, I like that initiative is like these things that are powerful that work well against blue but aren't cannibalized by blue. So if I block into either one of these, I set up myself for a Dead Gone, which we know they have, or a Shatter Skull, so I'll just take it. And then we'll fetch end step just to... Why not? Sure.
Beautiful.
Okay. This works. So I still leaving. Yeah. Yeah, like, it's just so hard for the blue cantrip shells not to just steal whatever thing is good and just make it their own.
Beautiful.
Like, I wish before they designed things like this, they took eternal formats into consideration a little more. Yeah, opponent conceded. See how it's drawn. Alright. Yeah, I think I've played against this player before. Yeah, I mean, it's so mana intensive. And being colorless, like, it's hard to, which, I don't know, that was a really cool card. Like, I like that these, yeah, but Ragavan was kind of like why that happened, right? Yeah, exactly. Ugh. Okay. This hand sucks too, but at least there's a Brainstorm. Yeah, sometimes I like, one of the things I like about playing Vintage is I get to play Deathrite Shaman and Ragavan and all these busted legacy cards again. Daughty Voidwalker. So, I mean, they'll know the jig is up when they look at my hand when I'm playing. This Bauble will 100% give it away. And being Grixis, but let's see what they're doing. You don't typically see Daughty Voidwalker main deck, so this could be the scam deck. I've started playing these main deck in the blue-black scam, and they've been great. Like, sometimes you just... Sure. We'll play the cripple game. So I'll wait to pop this in case they thought sees me, because I need that Brainstorm. And then I'll see what they're drawing this turn. So this is 100% dying. I'm going to assume they have another land in hand. But since my top card is Brainstorm, then if they have a Bowmasters in hand, it's pretty good information. Okay, so now we know what they're doing. Yeah, I know, right? Get him, Delver. Yeah, like I'll throw a Ponder or a Bauble into a Bowmaster. Like, that's fine. That's not a big deal at all. Throwing a Brainstorm into it is a very big deal. Like, I don't think Bowmaster in a vacuum is a bad card, but like bad for the format. I mean, but. I'm so dead. But looking at like the ubiquity of it, that'll probably end up being a problem on somewhat eventually. So unless like anything other than a Murktide Regent, we're probably just dead. Unless we find a Bowmaster. Sure, we'll take this draw. We're so low, and we're just getting beaten in the face. Yeah, they probably should have made this black instead of black 1. Or like black red. I mean, if you make it black red, this deck is still the same, that's probably not a good place to be. Black probably keeps this from happening. And this hand's close. I'll keep it. I got a Bowmaster. We may have to deal with this. I can hit one of their lands. This is fine. Right? How can that deck have any more, right? Like, yeah, sure, we've got everything else. We may as well play black too. We're in danger. If they're using a Dark Ritual to just do that, I'm pretty okay with that. Okay, yeah, that. I assume you take the Bolt. Murktide isn't a bad take either. Yeah. They agree with me. Like, they know I have the Bowmaster, I just wait. Like, there's no point in sitting and waiting and doing the dance of what are you gonna do? They know what my hand is. Just feels like there's no reason not to do this. Like, let's get the clock going as fast as we can. Save this for in case they top deck a Bowmaster. Like, using it to kill the token just seems like I'm throwing it away. Yeah, Shadow's a deck I've been wanting to play a little more, and I haven't lately. Oh. I'm assuming they'll scoop here. I would think so. like, this tells me, sure. This Dark Ritual, the Void Walker tells me they go get Beseech the Mirror for Helm of Obedience. And that's their kill. So I might trim one of these. If they have Leyline, I would think they have Leyline of the Void main deck, but they're not main decking towards it. I mean, why? I think you were better off hoping to combo me out than take this line. Because I don't think they're doing anything about this Murktide Regent. Yeah. I mean, they probably weren't going to be fast enough to combo kill me even with Beseech, because they would need exactly Dark Ritual and Beseech, so that wasn't going to happen. I think they're just dead and playing it out. Sure. Give me my card back. That's cool. Good on them for fighting the good fight. This is like one of those cards. Like, I feel like black is needed for a long time, but this drawback is pretty huge. Like, I used to play a lot of Grixis control, and just not being able to exile things was pretty significant. So how do I die from here? They draw a bow. They have Bowmaster. They have another Bowmaster. I'm dead. Good for them. That was a cool play. That does not look like a Bowmaster. Yeah, at the time when I was looking for something to fight Uro, you know? Sounds fantastic. Just throw Delvers at their face. Sure. Take a look. Like the problem with reanimating, taking 4, this Delver flips and I play another one, you're really far behind. Take the Grafdigger's Cage. Sure, they pitched a Beseech. Yeah, and then taking this makes me think they have a combo kill. Yeah, they're gonna reanimate. Wow, Ganari, I appreciate you. Thanks. Hey everyone. You're awesome. If you're just joining us from the end of Justin's stream, I'm Robert Wilson with Buffalo Chicken Dip Legacy. We run Eternal events, typically Legacy, but we're also doing our first Vintage Open. Justin has been helping promote it, and also will be coming to the event. So really excited to have him join us. And I hope you all consider joining us as well. The date is 9/30. It's full proxy vintage. So whatever you want to play, you can do it. Yeah, check it out. It's 4K in prizes. Winner gets an unlimited time vault. Entry includes lunch. You can find details pinned to the BCDL Twitter page at BCD Legacy. There's a link to Melee, and also in the response to that pinned tweet is a link to a PDF sheet that just has a ton of information about the event, like anything you could want to know. It's even got pictures of the venue, all that great stuff. I'll give it out to you. I give out the recipe to anyone. Don't beseech me, bro. Even worse. Not good. But yeah, I do give it out to everyone so they can experience the joy of their own Buffalo Chicken Dip Legacy at home. Oh, we are so dead. Yeah, I'll just let them see that Wasteland so they know how dead I am. And we'll throw this Grafdigger's Cage in here too. But yeah, hope you can join us. Come play some vintage with Justin and I and a bunch of other people. It'll be a great time. I can't say enough about how great this venue is and the experience that we've had from running tournaments there. So I take 7, take 2 more, 9. I'll be at 4. My outs to this are Brazen Borrower or hope this is a Ponder, and that's not good. We'll just show them how dead we are. All right, we're in garbage time here. We'll scoop in. Yeah, so we're playing some Grixis Delver, trying out some more aggressive builds than kind of what we've seen lately, using 4 Dragon Rage Chandler, 4 Mishra's Bauble, and 4 Delver of Secrets. Just try and kind of go under them, back to the old school Delver we know and love. Like before, it was kind of moving to a very mid-rangey place, and now we're trying to go back to the tempo aggressive shell. Yeah, sand's good. But so I run. There are events. So I run two types of events. I run opens, which is the vintage one coming up, and that's usually at a large brewery, and they make the buffalo chicken dip. And then I run community events, which are like smaller 64 player cap events at an LGS, and I make the buffalo chicken dip still. It's so I got the name from a group of us didn't have anywhere to play Legacy for F&M, because I mean this was back like 5 years ago at this point. So Arena hadn't like killed Standard or Draft at LGSs, and Modern was still pretty big. So we had nowhere to play, and I was like, "Oh, we'll come to my house. We'll do Legacy F&M at my house." We're like, "Yeah, that's lame. Like we don't want to do that." And I said, "Well, how about I make buffalo chicken dip?" So how about I make buffalo chicken dip? And you're like, "Okay, we'll show up. We'll show up for that." And they did. All right, so they're gonna life from the loam because they're not pitching this. So I'm wondering if I brainstorm here, and I think I'm going to, assuming they don't do anything else. So yeah, that's where we got the name, just from gathering at my house and playing buffalo chicken, or playing Legacy and eating buffalo chicken dip. Okay, that's fine. So my hope here will be to try and get Murktide as fast as I can. And save this for the Maze of It. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sack this, see what they do on the turn, sack this, try and build up the graveyard for Murktide. And then play Bowmaster. Alright, so they're going to Wasteland me here. I want the red. The only black cards are really the Bowmaster, and it's inconsequential now. I'm strongly considering bouncing that Mox Diamond. Appreciate you hanging out. Thank you for the support. Okay, so they're punishing lands. I mean, this is good. I'm not. This may actually be an instance where I don't want the Brainstorm. So we know they're playing lands, so this gives us some kind of security blanket against depths. This is our end game. We need this. I'll put these two back on top. I'll play this out and we'll see. we'll see what they do. Yeah, if anyone has any questions about the event. Alright, so this is what I thought would happen. I'm going to let this go for now, knowing I have Wastelands on top. Yeah, I should have forced it. I should have forced it there. All right, we got bailed out. So I want to prioritize red in case I draw a bolt and need to finish them off in that manner. And we'll just make a Murktide as big as we can. I assume they'll loam back and go for the Maze of Ith. No? You got another one? Yeah, you got another one. Okay. So... so they'll crop rotate probably from Maze of Ith. So now we've kind of put them in bolt range. Like they're gonna, I assume, loam back here. Yeah. They'll get the mace so they can not die to the Murktide Regent. If this flips, it makes it our... Oh yeah, this makes our life a lot easier. Yeah. So, I've been trying out some cards to try and deal with lands. And the 2 Price of Progress. These are maybes. I like the surgicals. This is a dead card. These feel like dead cards. These are absolutely coming in. I just don't like these in the face of Punishing Fire. These can actually kill them. Alright, We'll try it. We'll give this a shot. This is the matchup I've been wanting to test game 2, so this is a good time to run into it. Shout out to Brewdog, our fantastic venue for Vintage Open. All right, so this hand is what we want. Having 2 Price of Progress is pretty huge here. I'm just going to try and put the pressure on, so late game, if I need to pop for the win, I can. As much as I would love to Brainstorm here to play around the second Wasteland, I think I can. All right. Sure. The problem with this is if they go get Tabernacle, maybe I should have forced it. I don't really want to show them the Price of Progress. I've got 3 types here, so I kind of want this Bauble. So I'll put this back. This. Maybe. It doesn't. It's kind of been cut a lot from a lot of decks. So I don't think it's like a foregone conclusion necessarily. And let's surgical this. I'm just trying to get to a place where I can pop them for the win. Like if I see this, what I'm doing is I'm going and getting Tabernacle. Okay, so they just naturally drew it. So they've got the Red Blast in hand, so I'll pay for this one of these DRCs, and let the other one go. Go get Maze of It. I mean, maybe you get Yavimaya to tap the Tabernacle for mana. So we'll see what they do here. So I'm just going to let this go. Hope they play another land. Yeah, there we go. Sure. So there's a lot of Merit Lage based decks running around, which is why I wanted to try out the two Price of Progress and just kind of be a more aggressive deck against them. And you kind of saw their like a pretty realistic scenario of what you could expect if you draw one. Like I didn't need the second, but like you just want to try and run them out and pop them for the reach. That's what you're able to do. Like trying to fight them on the axis of deal with Merit Lage and like play the slow game. Like, you're just gonna get ground out. So we will keep this. Seems okay in the dark. Probably not getting Wastelanded out. This tells me they're probably playing High Tide. Like a Mind's Desire deck. Just gonna keep hiding what I am for the moment. Alpine Moon. Like, I think the problem with Alpine Moon is hold on, I'm thinking about this turn. So if I go for it, they Brainstorm here. My Bowmaster is less effective, but if I don't, I'm wasting the mana. I'm just going to show them what I'm doing. It's fine. I think Alpine Moon's too narrow. I think something like Pop is can also be good against the control decks. It's good against Cloud Post, which I'm starting to see more of. Okay. I'll take that. That's fine. So I'm going to play the Wasteland out in case I have to hit their Misty, just for the old Daze trick. Yeah, I like my sideboard cards to be hammers. Since I'm like sure now at this point about what they're doing. Great. Yeah, I like my sideboard cards to be hammers. Like, I want them to be cards that win the game. Like, if I cast Pop, I'm probably going to kill them. Maddening Hex, it's probably going to kill them. So, like, that's kind of, like, my strategy. So they're at 11. Assuming they don't do anything this turn, I'm going to try and go for the kill. No. It's just like another example of how narrow it is. Right, like you saw me play the, or maybe I played it before, but playing against mono red round 1, didn't need it. So I feel pretty good in our estimation of what they're doing. Two more. Yeah, I could post this one on YouTube afterwards. I don't typically, like, I'll post the BCDL paper content. Like, every once in a while I'll post like a league. Like, I think like when Bowmasters came out, like, people wanted to see it, so I just threw a bunch of Bowmaster. I threw like a Bowmaster league up there. Yeah, this is great for what we think they're doing, or what I'm like 99% sure they're a High Tide or like Blue Mind's Desire deck or something in that vein. So I just want time to get to the Maddening Hex because they are not winning through it. I'm gonna try and ponder because I want to set up like a Force of Will or some interaction if I can. All right, now we need a blue card. So there's like one Bowmaster league up there, but it's pretty old at this point. Yeah. So here's the problem. If I'm playing Shadow, I like Counterbalance and like the Maddening Hex slot. How would I board this? Like, usually I don't board it a lot. Usually it's just kind of the Pyroblast. Like, I don't bring in the Surgicals. I would consider the Grafdigger's Cage if I'm on the play. Sometimes like my plan against them, and that's kind of another reason to have like 4 Dragon Race Channels and 4 Delvers, or play those. I've actually like played like a Delver or a DRC, let them reanimate a Troll, and then just run them down and bolt them out. Like, especially if you're on the play. So we know the top card is not a blue card, so if I shuffle, I'm committed to either the Bowmaster or the Dragon Race Channeler. But I want to hold up the Pyroblast because they went and got that. They're going to cast it High Tide next turn. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm just going to forget the Bowmaster. because I want 2 pieces of interaction. We're looking for a blue card to pitch to Force here. Perfect. Let's see what they're doing. And now we can fight over this high tide a lot better. See, okay. So I feel so vindicated. So we'll Pyroblast the high tide, and then we have the Force of Will to fight over it, and then we can play Maddening Hex after hopefully, you know, we've ran down their resources. Sure. This tells me they're not going to go for high tide this turn. I mean, they could be playing the Cloud of Fairies build, but I don't think so. And this lets me save the Force for the Maddening Hex that I don't think they can win through. They're going to force this 100%, yeah. Yeah, see, there's 0% chance they're winning with a Storm deck through Maddening Hex. And this is what I was just talking about, right? Like, this is a hammer against a lot of decks. Like, Storm, your Artifact decks that are just kind of like spewing. Your control decks, like your 4-color control style decks. I don't bring Maddening Hex in against like Delver. Like Counterbalance I would bring in. I wouldn't bring in Maddening Hex. So that's why, like, to the questions of like why play why not play something like Alpine Moon or Hydroblast, like this is why. I'm gonna get some water. I'll be right back. Yeah, like Shadow, my strategy with them is just try to one shot them, or put them at like a situation we saw with game 1 of the High Tide deck, where it's like, okay, they're at a life total where they think is safe, like something like 11. I've got something, and then I've got like a plan to just do a lot of damage at once. Or just try and race them and like hope to get there with Bolt. Like those are usually my plans. Like I started playing Fatal Pushes, like one in the main, one in the side, for those. It also helps against things like Shieldred, which, you know, just crushed us against the mono black. And I think overall, like, I don't think Shadow is a bad matchup. Scam is harder. Scam is admittedly harder because they just grind better. But it's not like an unwinnable matchup. Like lands was feeling like pretty bad, which was why, you know, I wanted to put the pops in the board because I was just getting smashed by these decks. This is fine. Yeah, what's going on? Appreciate you stopping by, Antonio. Thanks for hanging out. You coming to the Vintage Open? Come play some full proxy Vintage with us? Alright, so... this is fine. We'll bolt this since we don't get a whole lot of chances to bolt the Knight of the Reliquary. Hell yeah. I'd love to have you. Vintage is just like playing Vintage in paper, whether playing against proxy or whatever. It just, like, to me, it always feels special. Like, just sitting down and, like, I'm gonna do, like, someone plays Black Lotus, like, oh, shit's about to go down. Like, it just, like, Vintage just leads to these good stories, whether you win or lose. Like, the craziest stuff just happens. And that's just so cool to me. Like, that just kind of is this, that's like why we play, right? To do these crazy fun things and hang out with our friends and drink some beer, and that's like what these BCDL events are so about. 2. I'll see if they'll trade into this. If I can take these two out, that's a huge win. This is where we see what kind of player they are. If they go to plow, we'll just daze it. No, yeah. This is a pretty good spot against a deck that's tough for the Delver decks when you have a start like this. I did this wrong. I'm gonna see if I can finish this off with a bolt. Whoops. Yeah, I meant to draw the Delver and put that on top so I had a force. I mean, it's not a big deal, but all right. So if they pitch endurance, we'll have to force it. So they're gonna bog me, which is not. So this was a misplay right here. They're gonna go get bog, and I should have played this main phase. So that way the card's already gone. That's a stupid play on my part. But yeah, I misplay for the video. I'm gonna go up on YouTube. Yeah, you're right. I clicked through it when I shouldn't have. We'll force this. And we'll flip this Delver.
Beautiful.
I'm gonna run this Bowmaster in and just see if they block, because it gives me another type. So I could bin 4 cards here. Like I could daze my own, I could hold priority and daze my own bolt, pay for it, and see 4 cards and bolt them. Alright, I'll do that. That's... We're like... We'll let these resolve. And then we'll pick... There we go. That's what we want. Sure. We'll leave that ponder on top. What helps them here? Endurance. Or Green Sun for 3 for endurance. Well, there we go. I mean, you could already, so could have kept, I could have held on to that Daze instead of getting the extra triggers, but those got us to see the Bauble, which we would have seen after the Bowmaster, so we would have lost a Dragon's Rage, so it's not like too bad, but we've got quite a few cards that kill them here, so it's not. There. Alright. Sure. So Fatal Push we want. Like the rest of the stuff is bad. Take out a cut of Daze. I think we could make an argument for the Pops. I'll give the Pops a try. I want to see if they're good in other matchups. Since we're on the draw, I don't really like the Dazes anyway. This isn't great. But it does let us deal with their early... Like the way I won last game was by being able to deal with their early creatures. I'm considering just wastelanding them here. That's fine. Like, this is kind of a waste. Like, I get using your mana, but like, if you're thinking I'm doing this, sure. I mean, this is a pretty good hand against them. I wouldn't have this card in against me. If you have a second Wasteland, you got me. Yeah, I'm happy to sit here and take these beats. This like could be going way worse for me. Like, I feel like I have to do this even if I lose my DRC. Oh, fantastic. Oh. Okay. Yeah, so that worked out pretty well. And then we can shoot theirs down. And then we have a fatal push for their Elvish Reclaimer. And we're in a pretty good spot. Steve, what's up, buddy? How you doing? You gonna come play some Vintage with us? Some full proxy Vintage on 9:30. So I'm gonna block into the tokens, because if they, well, never mind. They can't crop rotate. Sure, I will take that trade every day. Every day. I don't know why you did that. Okay, that makes some sense. I mean, it's Vintage. You just do the busted thing, right? You look at your 7-card hand. Like, can I do something really good with this? The answer is no. You put it back. Vintage. Justin Gennari, I am actually level 1. Has... No, Standstill's garbage. Don't play it. Has tons of great Vintage content that you could use as well. We're going to smooth out our draw and kill this. Yes, we want that. I assume this will end the game here. play around endurance and not do something stupid. Let's see. We're gonna make sure we keep Delirium. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do it. Cool. So, pretty solid 4-1. We did great other than that one game we got smoked in. I'll put this up on YouTube for, yeah, since someone asked about it, wanting to watch it. Was that Zebra Gum? Yeah, I'll put it up for them. Yeah, Steve, play some, play Bug. Like, it's good. Have you been to Brewdog in Columbus? The venue's sweet. Like, it's totally worth the drive up. You can stay there. They've got a hotel. I caught a little bit of Justin's stream when he was streaming Beseech. So that card looks messed up. But yeah, other than that, I haven't paid much attention. I saw Honorog playing an Up the Beanstalk deck. Like, draw card, let's go. But that's kind of it. But yeah, Steve, hope you can make it up. Well, you just well, like the mono black decks, you just have 4 Lane Line of the Void and 4 Dothy Voidwalking. You just Beseech for Helm and just kill them, or go get like Shieldred or like whatever messed up thing, Karn. Like, you're thinking small at 3 fairy. Plus, black is pretty difficult with your 3 fairy. Yeah, Guy as well, yeah. Like the Storm decks are using it because you can, like, dump all your fast mana, you know, your Lotus Petals, Dark Rituals, Cabal Ritual, whatever. Cast it, go get Will, play it all again, and then just, you've got so much Storm, you just kill them pretty easily from there. But I'm gonna call it a stream here. I'll get this video uploaded in the next, probably this weekend. So check it out. Zebra Gum. You can just follow us on YouTube, and you'll probably get a notification or whatever. Or maybe I'll post it to the BCDL Twitter. I'll just tweet it out. Well, that card has never seen play until like now, so yeah, the Guy as well from Modern Horizons. Yeah, this will be fine. Like, what could go wrong? Like, Underworld Breach was fine, right? No. Very not fine. See, Underworld Breach, you can play that in Vintage. Yeah, come play Bug with us, Steve. Come hang out. It's been 4 years trying to get you to a BCDL. It's time. If anyone wants to find more information about the BCDL Full Proxy Vintage Open, you can check it out. The pinned tweet on the Twitter page, BCD Legacy. There's a Facebook event page. You can find it in MTG Melee. You can message me on anything. You can find us, Buffalo Chicken Dip Legacy, on Facebook, BCO, on Twitter. I'm in some Discords under the same username that I play on MTGO, RH Will. Steve, it's Full Proxy. You send me a 70. If you send me a 75 for vintage, I will print it out for you and sleeve it up and give it to you. Legacy, I'm not doing that. You can do that yourself. You already have enough legacy cards, anyways. But yeah, come check us out. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you to Justin Canary for the raid. Really appreciate him helping me get the word out about the vintage event. This is the first time we're trying it, and I've got some requests for it over the years, and you know, with Eternal Weekend come up, it seems like a perfect time. Take care, everyone. Thank you, and have a good night. And let's see if we can find someone out there to raid. Let me see who's out. If anyone's got a suggestion, throw it in the chat. Happy to raid someone. Yeah, Steve, see, look, I don't even have a mask on this time. You can see my full face. Takes so long to raid. Sure. We'll raid the Legacy Pit. Alright, take care, everyone. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good night.